retreat back to bed. But I thought I'd at least give it a try today. See how I feel. Because I was like, am I overestimating how much pain I'm in? Maybe. So we're gonna try it out. But yeah. Hello. Alright. Move myself around a bit. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Because this is my first time using the mic in like a week. So I'm not sure if my audio settings are correct. Oh man, this is rough. Okay. Alright, I guess we'll get going. No one said anything about my mic, so I assume it's okay. Right. Then Mr. Knight must have been brought here to the yard from his cell. Oh god, I like stopped in the middle of an investigation, in the middle of an interrogation?
Hold it!
Was there really no other way he could have come here? Mr. Knight was awaiting Twile. Oh my god. Twiles. I'm a bug, I'm a vermin, squish me! Hey, Twi! Mommy? Twi, do I sound okay? Hi, Mommy. Does the game and me sound okay, Twi? Twiles? I mean, hello, Mother. That doesn't change anything! You're still calling her your mom! You sound fine, yeah? Okay, cool. And is the game audible? Game is a bit loud though. Okay, I'll turn it down a bit. How about now? Mr. Knight was awaiting trial. If he, a random non-inmate. I also like how it was the moment I said Twile, I saw Twi redeeming that. I summoned Twi. Yeah, hopefully the audio is better now. If he, a random non-inmate, had openly entered the prison proper, he surely would have been noticed. And presumably, none of your witnesses have testified to having seen such a thing. Could be decreased a bit because we only hear Edgeworth yell objection and Mother's gavel / overruled. Oh, decreased? Wait, decreased? It... Wait, you can only hear Edgeworth yell objection and Mother's gavel? Okay, sorry, I got a little confused. I was like, wait, does that mean you can't hear the music? Perfect. Okay. Oh, you were saying it's still a bit loud. Oh, okay. Like, we only need to hear that. Gotcha. Sorry, it's okay. Precisely. Praise be to the goddess of justice for granting you this insight. So, as you will agree, it can only be that Mr. Knight was brought over here in secret.
Hold it!
Okay, I got curious about something, so I checked something on Discord. Anyway, you said that nobody else had the opportunity. Need I remind you that we are in a prison? The entire facility is monitored at all times. Anything out of the ordinary would have been spotted. Like in a game like game needs to be very balanced with you, but with a game like Ace Attorney, I would rather err on the side of the game being less loud than you. That's true, yeah. I definitely rather the voice acting be audible in iSomnia Files than in this. But also the music in this game is a bop, so I would like people to be able to hear it with me.
Hold it!
But Mr. Saint was under the same scrutiny, was he not?
Overruled!
And the warden has granted the members of the circus troupe special access. As a member of that troupe under the supervision of Mrs. Barry, or Miss Barry, sorry, he is the only person who is free to wander where he willed.
Objection!
It seems you've forgotten something, Your Honor.
Overruled!
Oh, definitely. I really can't wait to hear Mother's voice and theme. Well, there you go. Forget is not a word in my vocabulary, Mr. Edgeworth. Very well. Then recall this fact, if you will. She could overrule me. You claim that Mr. Saint is the only person who is free to walk around the prison. But there was a brief period of time on the day of the crime in this prison. Also lit. Hold on, I'm checking something. Okay, there we go. I was checking something and it wouldn't load. I still can't. Okay, there we go. A time when it would have been possible for anyone to move through the prison entirely unmonitored. What do I have that shows that there was a period on the day of the crime where oversight was limited? Wait, does he mean like time? Like the security camera footage? Or is he talking like visually? I'm gonna go with the security camera.
Take that!
Mr. Saint is far from the only one who had the opportunity. Which opportunity are we talking about again? We'd previously established that the time code on the security footage was off by 3 hours. And from this, we can deduce that there must have been a power outage lasting for that length of time, during which anyone could have moved around the prison undetected. True. And do you mean to say that our killer intentionally created this 3-hour gap? That it was no simple camera malfunction? Is that even possible? Yes, we literally have a thing that shows that it was for 3 hours. It is completely possible to create the 3-hour gap using this, the breakers?
Take that!
An investigation of the yard turned up something rather interesting. A panel of breakers, one which can be used to cut the power to the security cameras. We also learned that the door to the power room may have been opened at around the time of the murder. What? Such a shame. To see one so capable fall so short of the mark. You keep saying that, Cavell, and then I keep proving you wrong, and then you keep saying that. Mr. Edgeworth knows what he's doing. Then how does he explain the lock on the power room door? Oh yeah, it was kind of locked up tight. And the warden's the only one with the key, so the warden was in on it? I mean, she can break me. I mean, I can fix her. I don't think you can. I lied. I meant she can break me. Yeah, that's more the spirit. Those breakers are vital to the prison's infrastructure. So I very much doubt that anyone could have gained access to the power room's key so easily.
Objection!
Also, I started taking to writing down things if I forget them to bring up on stream. and I've been sitting here for like the past 19 minutes without looking at my notes, being like, wait, what did I write down? Do I really need to look at my notes? I do think I need to look at my notes. Hold on. Can't find my phone because it blended in with my massager because they're both like black gray. Oh, hi there, Phoenix. Great game to come in on. Yeah, hold on. Where's my note? I wrote down a note to bring up on stream. Wait, did I not save it? Did I not wait? Did I not put it on my phone? I wrote a note for something to talk about on stream. Did I erase it? I did. What the heck? What the heck, Elio? We had something interesting to talk about, and so you're like, I'm gonna forget about this when I stream, so I'm gonna write it down. And you just wait. Hold on. I can't even remember. I can't even remember what I was gonna talk about. What did I do? But Elio, you always have interesting things to talk about. Do I? Also, hey there, David. Yo, what is up? And you feel better? I'm honestly not sure. I think the pain in my back is a bit better. I will say that. I think the pain in my back is a bit better right now. Thanks to the heating pad, but it still hurts. Very true. That's good. Yeah, God. What was I doing yesterday? I'm trying to remember what I was doing yesterday. Because it was something, I was doing something yesterday, and then I was like, I need to write down a note of it. Dang, can't even remember. Can't even remember what I was doing yesterday. And today it was like getting my ID and stuff, but that's not all that interesting. It's just, you know, TMV stuff. Just like the Amazing World of Gumball new season is out. Ooh, oh nice. I have to watch that. Anyway, next bit. No, but one person could have. I beg your pardon. That person, the killer, had easy access to it, in fact. Someday I'll remember and then I'll be like, ah, damn it! It's too late to tell chat about it now! It's no longer relevant! And what's more, the position here is such that nobody would dare question them.
Objection!
What? And there's no one like that? Apparently, okay, this is one thing that I know I didn't write down, but apparently Eustace's VA did like a really famous internet meme, apparently. I did hear about that. I'm not familiar with the meme, but well, I have a question for you, Elio. Oh yes? As soon as the stream ends, I'm sure. Yeah, right? Because I stop being able to function when I stream, and then when I end stream, I become a brain genius, and then I'm like, oh, that was what I was gonna talk about. Do chat infinite stream. Well, see, the thing there is he didn't actually stream. He wound up not even streaming yesterday. So I was worrying for nothing. He didn't even show up yesterday. Oh wait, what? Yeah. He did say he thought that he was gonna stream tomorrow. So or yesterday, not tomorrow. He planned to stream yesterday, but I guess he became too busy because he's got like a teaching job IRL now. So Whoops. Yeah, I think he just got busy. So, yeah. I did lurk in his chat for like an hour waiting for him to show up though. Like I wasn't planning to say anything in his chat. I was just like, I just want to watch him stream. I'd be a bit mean, Elio. Yes? Go right ahead. You're gonna say something like, I see Elio learned his being late to stream from watching the nudes. What? There's no one like that. The breaker to the electric fence is in there. There'd be questioned in an instant. He truly is an inspiration. Yay! I knew you were gonna say that. You read me like a book. How dare you? I knew it. I knew you were gonna say that. There's only one person who meets these criteria. I can hardly believe it myself, but I have to follow where the logic leads. The person who had access to the power room key was Miss Fifi Lagarde.
Take that!
She sounds like she'd be like one of those old cartoon characters with a name like that. Like I don't know. It's given Pepe Le Pew vibes. The real culprit is Dog. Warden Lagarde. I can see that. She does look like she could fit in as like an Acme kind of character. Oh, just look at you. Aren't you the cutest little poochie woo? He's not just a pretty face. Missile also has quite the nose for sweet things. It seems he's smelling something very sweet indeed. And it's coming from you. Oh, the cake? Is she where the cake came from? I mean, she is, you know, I don't need to say it. Oh, by the way, I'm already working. Ooh. She got cake herself, I'm sure. See, right? I knew you knew. I hope you're having a good day at work. Oh, darling, you're making me blush. I'm not even wearing perfume. And then perhaps it is the sweet stench of death. You're a regular poet, aren't you? I had no idea. Oh, whoops. But if I didn't know better, I'd almost think you were calling Moa the killer. There's two types of men. Oh, she was baking. She was baking. And then she got cake herself and the sweet stench of death. Also, I feel what's the word? What's the word when like you think the odds are against you, but then someone else is like, yeah, I agree with you. Vindicated. I feel vindicated. I got a comment on my not my most recent, I think like my second most recent upload of this game, and they were like, we love Eustace here, and I'm like, thank you. Someone gets it. Someone gets it. Vindicated. Yeah, vindicated. I felt really good to know that it's not just my posse of people that like Eustace. I don't think anyone hates Eustace, really. I thought Leonix and Dwarf didn't like Eustace. Leonix really didn't like Eustace. If I didn't know better, I'd almost think you were calling Moa the killer. And that is precisely what I'm calling you. Oh, you mean in general? Okay, I wasn't sure, because it gives off like the vibe of like a character that could probably easily piss off some people. He's a fan favorite. Okay, good. It's what he deserves, I think. Good. He's so cute. Look at him. He's such an idiot. I love this dude. What? Warden Lagarde is the killer. Mr. Edgeworth, do you realize what you're saying? Yes, the police are corrupt. Is anyone surprised? Oh ho ho, such a naughty boy. How could he suspect me? I'm the one in charge around him. That's exactly why we suspect you, ma'am. It's like we're in a murder mystery, ain't we? I mean, you kinda are. And equally far-fetched. This is preposterous. Honestly, I feel like out of all the rivals, the most disliked one is from the 5th game. Oh, the 5th game. Like, is that... Let's see. That's not Dual Destinies, is it? Oh, 6th, not 5th. Spirit of Justice? And equally far-fetched, this is preposterous.
Hold it!
Sadly, it is not. Although I can hardly believe it myself. But this is where the evidence points. And we must trust in the evidence. Oh, Dual Destinies is the 5th, yeah, okay. This piece of evidence proves that Warden the Guard is the killer. Wait, do I have something like that? Oh! Is it because it was seized by the police?
Take that!
This oh no. That does not sound correct. This proves that you are the killer. Darling, please. That's damning evidence. Yeah, it was a bit of a stretch. It has nothing to do with me whatsoever. And I mean, the police did take it. Police did take it. Looks like that wasn't it. Oh, Miss oh, okay, the cake. The smell of the cake. The smell of her, you know. Stretch I hear? Oh, thank you. Stretch a little bit. Just heating pad a little bit. Well, thank you for the hydrate. Yes, please present that cake as evidence. Yeah, of course. We're just looking at it, you know. We're just observing it. You see. Okay, so if it's the cake, I think the only thing we have that points toward that is his body. You're a hoot, Mr. Edgeworth. Really, you are. But can we dispense with the jokes now, Gavel has nothing to do with this. This is no joke, Warden. You are the killer. Really? Well, could you at least try and present some plausible evidence? Okay, yeah, I think it's the birdie. Yeah, sweet scent.
Take that!
Your scent betrays you, Warden. Who says that? Can you imagine someone says that to you? Your scent betrays you. And here is your accuser. The police dog. We had him track a sweet scent that was lingering around Knight's body back when it was first found. He now appears to be smelling the same scent, and it's coming from you. Maybe they just ate the same cake. Oh, darling, you're priceless, really are. Your evidence is a whiff of suspicion. I don't play Smash Bros. Your scent betrays you. So true. Verity, dear, do put him in his place. Oh, is that her first name? Verity Gavel? It seems Judge Gavel may have reached a similar conclusion to myself. You believe this to be no mere coincidence, Mr. Edgeworth? I do. After all, she had the key, and the scent found lingering on the body is hers as well. We're just one or the other, we might be able to brush it off as coincidence. However, yeah, Verity is her first name. Can't say her last name though. Oh, it's not Cavell? Because I'd be doxing myself. Oi! Oi! Delusional! Got a delulu over here. Indeed. Then it seems a conclusion approaches. Perhaps we should hear what the warden has to say for herself. We should, and when we have, this case will finally be at an end. You're being simply awful. Stop looking at me like that. Me, the killer? How could I possibly do such a thing? I mean, you're a police officer. I mean, if the shoe fits. I didn't do it. Verity told me everything she knows about the case, sweetie. The victim died in his cell, so by your logic, I would have had to have killed him there. But how am I supposed to have moved the body? Especially as I never went into the prison. Time for me to return to work. Have fun and feel better, Elio. Yeah, have a good day at work, Phoenix. Thanks for popping in. Oh, but yeah, Verity stands for truth, I think. I know in French, truth is verita. Oh, I see. So her name is Truth Gavel. Oh, hey there, Jackie. Welcome. But how am I supposed to move the body, especially as I never went into the prison? I was too busy with work, you see. I was cooped up in my office until right before the show began. Check if you like. You won't find a record anywhere of my having entered or left the prison proper. I haven't the first idea what harebrained theories you little scamps have cooked up, but I'm innocent. Hey, listen. I may be a hare. I am not harebrained. I think that's a derogatory term for us rabbits. There's simply no way I could be the killer. Implying that hares are dumb. There's simply no way I could be the killer. Give me a break. Miss Isle doesn't lie. Don't make it hard on everyone and just come clean. Oh dear. I'm afraid you are the one making things difficult. As I just said, I never went into the prison. If you think I'm lying, go and check the records. She clearly wants us to check those records, which means they won't help us. We'll just have to find another way of getting the truth out of her. Please, Mr. Edgeworth, stop being a big silly. You made a boo-boo and you know it. No, you're the one that made a boo-boo one night.
Hold it!
And Judge Gavelle told you everything. Are you close? But I don't know if I actually follow this. Like, I don't know, maybe... I don't know. I think it's thieves, darling. Why do you ask? Are you jealous? Like, I don't know. I'm getting, like, manipulated into doing it for someone else vibes, maybe. I don't know. Jealous of what? I had to ask Warden Lagarde for a lot of information on the first day of our investigation. Like, I don't know. I haven't seen too much, like, sus things with her, and we've seen a lot of other sus things with other characters. Maybe I'm just misinformed? I don't know. I'm just like, why did those guys... Well, maybe she could have used her authority as, like... maybe she could have done that. She could have been like, if you help me kill this guy, I'll get you out of here. But, I don't know. The guy was, like, digging a tunnel so that he could escape on his own, and he stole, like, a prison guard's uniform. Like, why would he have to do that? I don't know. It seemed only right that I share some information in return. Oh, Verity, do you have to make it sound so awfully dry? I thought we had a lovely chat. I simply shared the truth in our conversation. It was the least I could do. I'm not sure what's going on, but these two... they're terrifyingly formidable together.
Hold it!
They seem to have a history with each other. The murder took place in his cell. You seem very happy to accept that. And why shouldn't I be? It seems the most likely place for it to have happened without drawing attention. And besides, they found Knight's blood in his cell. Yes, but that was from being struck by Mr. Carcerado. Though I needn't tell her that, I suppose. I take it there's been no testimony to the contrary. What does it matter? Not being killed in the cell doesn't go against any of the facts, anyway.
Hold it!
I just noticed, I think there's like a little cockatiel over where she's at. Do you have any evidence that you didn't enter the prison? Yeah, I think that's a cockatiel. You see that? Perching on that little beam? Cute. Please, darling, let me finish.
Hold it!
So, you were in your office the whole time, and you didn't notice anything unusual? No, I can't say that I did. And you didn't notice anything missing? I must confess, I'm a rather messy girl. And a forgetful one at that. I put something down and it's lost forever. It's a curse, darling, a curse. Yeah, I can relate to that, but maybe not to the murder weapon thing. I've lost important evidence recently. It was gone, proof just like that, huh? That sounds very convenient. For whoever the killer is, for you to lose some important evidence. What? And she still has a job? Honestly, if somebody came into my office and took something, it might be years before I noticed. You are incompetent, lady. If you're not the murderer, then you are at the very least very incompetent. Seems I'll need more than the power room key to expose her. On the day of the murder, I was working in my office. Oh, and looking for something I misplaced. Even if I had a reason to go into prison, I simply wouldn't have had the time.
Hold it!
Sure, maybe you didn't go through the main entrance to the prison. What if you took another route? Yeah, like a tunnel. Oh, come now, sweetie. Surely you don't mean that awful filthy tunnel they discovered. Why, until yesterday, I had no idea it even existed. No, you had another way in, I'm certain of it. Oh. A route that didn't require going through the main entrance or the tunnel. The route you took went through this location? Let's see. We got the warden's office. And it goes into the yard. Would it be the yard? Because of the well? Maybe that's why they had the well set up? I think that might be it. I think that might be where we're supposed to go with this.
Take that!
Through the fence. Warden, you took Knight from his cell and brought him to your office. Which just happens to be connected to the yard. If you had a way through the fence, then you would have been able to circumvent both the entrance and the tunnel. A gold star for creativity, darling. Now would I have gotten through the fence, huh? If you turned it off with the breaker? The extremely high fence, topped with razor wire, with thousands of volts of electricity going through it. Yeah, how's she supposed to have gotten through that, huh? The fence's electricity supply can be cut off from the power room. And only you had the key, Warden. No one but you could have done it.
Overruled.
Oh no. This sounds like it would need 2 people. Or maybe also the power could cut for a suspicious period of time. Like how it said that's what happened. Yeah. Utterly ridiculous. The power room is on the prison side of the yard. Yeah, so maybe she worked with a prisoner and gave him the key. Warden the guard was on the detention center side. That would fit with how I've been like, oh, some of the prisoners are really suspicious too, so yeah, I don't think she worked alone for this. How could she even have reached the power room? Exactly, Verity, darling. Well, clever puss, you dug yourself a real hole now. There is no record of Warden Lagarde having entered the prison proper. Then the idea that she could have shut off the fence by using the breakers out of the question. But there must be some way she could have done it. With the fucking... Take a deep breath, big guy. Lose her cool and you lost everything. But if I don't find a solution, she might still wriggle out of this. Hey, I said take a deep breath, not freak out and completely lose your control. There's nothing to be gained by banging your head against the same wall, yeah? No matter how you look at it, Warden Lagarde couldn't have done it alone. Yeah! Mr. Edgeworth, if you cannot find a... You aren't doing yourself any favors by obstructing justice with your sentence. You're not Apollo. That was a reflexive objection. But now that I've yelled it, if I don't come up with an answer, it's all over. I have one more thing to add, if you'll permit me. As something that explains how the warden could have shut off the breaker from the wrong side of the fence. Yes, because it's not as impossible as it seems. What enabled her to shut off the breaker? An accomplice. She couldn't have done it alone. But what if she wasn't alone? Oh, now we're talking. Way to flex the old gray matter, kiddo. I believe that Warden Lagarde had an accomplice.
Overruled.
The question of it, though, is which sus person is it? Would it be Rocco Carcerado? Or would it be Connie's? I feel like, I don't know. The fact that he felt like he had to get like an officer's uniform to try to find a time to escape. I'm like, if he's an accomplice and he thought that he pulled off the murder, why would he do that? You know? So I'm thinking maybe Connie's. Especially because Connie's is like getting like a lot of stuff in his, you know, jail cell and stuff. Like, I feel like there's some cooperation between the two, like some negligence of, you know, obstruction of justice. Enough. You disappoint me, Mr. Edgeworth. What do you mean? Mr. Edgeworth has said nothing wrong. The inmates of this prison are all issued with security bracelets. The ones that raise the alarm if people go where they're not supposed to. Ah! I see that you have realized your error, and we are, of course, within the prison guard. But we did have this. The time of the instant. Hold on. Wait, would it be him? Okay, maybe I was wrong and it was Sawit. only are the bracelets worn, but even the guards surveil each other for signs of wrongdoing. And despite all that, no one noticed Mr. Carcerado's escape. Saw it, more like, did it! The only ones who are free to roam are the animals. No, so then it would be Connie's, because Connie's could use his dog. Okay, I was cooking. And they most certainly could not have operated the breaker. I don't know. No, so our accomplice must be human, damn it. I can't take credit for that, Phoenix said it.
Overruled.
Then, who did it, given that it cannot have been a prisoner or guard? I like how... Wait, did more cockatiels just show up? I don't think they were there earlier. We're getting a little peanut theater here.
Objection!
I wouldn't be so quick to rule out either, Your Honor. Well, peanut gallery. The fact is... there is one person, someone whose movements weren't restricted. Oh, I didn't pay attention. Yeah, I'd have to look at the like cross-examination or whatever with the guard to see, but I think I only saw one white cockatiel when I was looking at that time. Now, just the evidence to show you who that free-roaming person was. Okay, so I submit people? Connie's? He might be Connie's. Oh no, it's evidence. Okay, it's evidence. What? Oh. Be this?
Take that!
This is one of the prisoner's bracelets. Indeed. A broken bracelet belonging to a certain self-proclaimed model prisoner. Okay, so she worked with Sawit, not Connie's. What do you mean? And who is this prisoner? Frank Sawit, Warden the Guard's favorite inmate. Oh. Oh, the little fox. It's strange, isn't it, Warden? That he was able to keep his broken bracelet hidden and wander freely around the prison all the while. That is pretty funky. And I don't mean it in a good way. It couldn't be the case that he was permitted some sort of special leeway, could it? Although, you are in the habit of giving such leeway to certain others. Bodhidharma, Connie's, for example.
Overruled.
Mr. Edgeworth, that is pure speculation.
Objection!
Okay, maybe not. Maybe their sprites was positioned in such a way that their head blocked the other cockatiels. In that case, why don't we ask Mr. Sawit himself? So maybe those other two cockatiels were always there. I'm confident he will confirm for us that he and Warden the Guard were accomplices in this crime. If the two of them had worked together, a certain route into the prison becomes viable. The real route by which Knight was moved from his cell to the prison proper. Recall that there are two big obstacles in their path. First, the security camera outside Knight's cell. Second, the electrified fence in the yard. But she was able to remove both obstacles in one fell swoop by having Mr. Sawit shut off the corresponding breakers. Alright, Mr. Edgeworth, you've had your fun. And, do you still deny it, Warden the Guard? No, darling. You've got me. I admit it. Just that fast? A warden, tell me this isn't true. Sorry, Verity, honey. I'm afraid it is. Frankie helped me do that. Wow, I wasn't expecting her to cave in that fast. No way! You did it, Mr. Edgeworth! You got her! Nice shooting, cowboy. She won't be wriggling out of this now. No, she's gonna frame it on Sawit for somehow. Be like, oh no, I was just being threatened. As Mr. Edgeworth said, I had Frankie switch off the breaker. But we didn't kill Knight, did we? No, sweetums, no we didn't, huh? I'm gonna be annoyed when the judge inevitably continues to be obstinate and combative. What? Warden, explain yourself. Oh, Verity, dear. I doubt your precious goddess will want to hear my excuses now. She is all merciful. You have but to confess and you shall be saved. I'd let her be competitive with me. And then Dork deletes it. Fair. Oh gosh, alright. I was being threatened. I had a feeling you were gonna play that at some point. I had no choice but to do as he said. I mean, what the fuck? You're a fucking police officer. What is like a prisoner gonna do to you in here? I mean, I guess you could maybe go with Connie's, but then maybe don't give him special treatment in his fucking jail cell to give him a way to get to you, maybe? Did you ever consider that, Lagarde? Who's he? Bodied Karma Connie's, that awful assassin. I don't see why it has to be Connie's. Well, she just confirmed it. Oh, well, that's stupid. Yeah, maybe you shouldn't give him special treatment then if you don't want to be threatened by him. Did you ever consider that? Connie's. How long has it been since that awful man came here to my beautiful prison? I'll never forget the day he arrived. Oh, the little fox. The moment we were alone, he said this to me. You should know that I have other dogs. Dogs not confined to this fine institution. Others? Yes, very loyal dogs. Dogs who will do anything I ask of them. Of course, he wasn't talking about real dogs. He was talking about his very human cronies. And then, he said one last thing. I would recommend that you take care in how you treat me during my stay here. I wouldn't want to have to set my dogs on you, or your precious family. That was enough to... That was enough to make you start doing all that, Lagarde? I had no choice. Yeah, I mean, you did actually have a choice. I gave him that cell. I gave him everything he asked for. You sure do cave in easily, Lagarde. Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Twy. Like, I don't know. I'd be a little more forgiving if he showed, like, verifiable proof that he does have, like, humans that can fuck them up that he can get in contact with. But, like, he's in jail. He's in jail, Lagarde. Like, you could have done something. Oh, thank you for taking a moment. I would say fuck the police, but Elliot would say gladly. Like, you do got some cake though. I mean, you smell that? Everything. Wait, is that how he became the fixer? Yes, darling. I observed his every command and smuggled in for him all that he wanted. Eventually, I brought dear sweet Frankie into our little conspiracy. Okay, but like, are all of the police officers here in on it? Like, do they just not care that his jail jail cell is like that? He agreed right away, of course, because I made things easier for him, too. So you were smuggling in contraband? Contraband? How exactly? Once a week, late at night, Frankie would shut off the breakers. That allowed me to go from my office into the yard without being seen by the cameras. Then I simply dropped the packages down the well on the prison side and went back through the fence. So wait, y'all already had the fucking tunnel? I guess the guy did say that it was an easy job for him to do the tunnel because someone already did it, but oh my god. Each one of them was spritzed with a little of my perfume. So that's what the sweet smell was. Yes, it was a signal for Connie's dog. Oh, and that's why he took away the body too? When he picked up the scent, he would fetch the packages and bring them back to his master. We had to make sure Rocco wasn't in his cell at the time, of course. It had to have been easy keeping him from finding out. Oh, we're all very much creatures of habit here at the prison, darling. How long are you planning to stream, by the way? I'm not sure. Asking for no reason in particular. At least 5 minutes. I'll have to see if a certain someone appears in chat, because I might want to play another game after this, but if not, it might just be this game. Everything runs to a schedule. Meals, exercise hours, that sort of thing. We knew when he wasn't here. And that adorable little bear of his freezes with fright at the sight of Connie's dog, poor thing. So there was no risk of him raising the alarm either. She has oversight over everything here at the prison, which made her the perfect mule. With her on his side, Connie's couldn't fail. Frankie would sneak out again early in the morning to switch the breakers back on, and all work was done. Apart from fixing the time codes on the cameras, which I would do later when I got the chance. You have shared a great deal, Warden. The goddess of justice will surely take your honesty into account. I've been the most dreadful fool I know I have. I'm supposed to be the one in charge. Day of Night's murder was also one of our delivery days. And so, Frankie, bless his heart, did his usual work with the breakers. Hey, Judge, she's literally fucking lying to you. She just lied like 100 times in a row. And girl, you do not mean his usual work. That was out for 2 extra hours, Lagarde. Explain those two. You said you had it go out for an hour every week. That was 3 hours. There was no package for me to deliver that day, so I didn't go out into the yard. So that's the secret behind the fixer's system. And the way she was... and had to be pressured to tell the truth. The police have been trying to track down his accomplices for the longest time. Even though they seem to be complicit in letting you give him whatever he wants. You cannot come in with this weird religious bend and go, ooh, I am so honorable. Because the moment you act inconsistent for literally 1 second, it becomes stupid as fuck. Even I've had to lend them a hand myself, you know. Heaven knows how many times I've hauled the secretive scoundrel into my office to talk to me. I am taking your badge, Edgeworth. You have said one bad, dishonorable thing. But no matter what I say or how much evidence I present him with, he simply won't say a word. Oh, Queen, you are so brave to speak up and tell the truth after lying 4 times. Huh? I love these streams of the Ace Attorney games, because I remember you being the same exact way with fucking, what's his name? It's so funny. That's why you were interrogating Mr. Connies over and over. Something tells me that Dwarf is not the biggest fan of Lagarde. Well, Clavier. Yeah, Clavier. Yeah. Dwarf hated Clavier. No, I ain't complaining about this stupid ass judge. Dwarf is a... Dwarf is a rival hater. The original judge being a dodgering moron was clearly necessary for function. Also, hi there, Symphoby Kitty. Welcome. Exactly. I was trying to track down those horrible hench people of his. Oh, this fox is so cute. I borrowed everything the police had on that rotten scoundrel. You seem agitated, ma'am. I watched his every move, intercepted every letter he wrote. His letters. And I suppose she must know about his correspondence chess games, too. But no matter what I did, I couldn't turn up any clues as to who his underlings were. Living in fear like this, it's... Oh, you just can't comprehend it. As you've just heard for yourself, Mr. Edgeworth, the words of Warden Lagarde's confessions have cleansed her of all suspicion. Surely there's no need to hound her any longer. Girl, what do you mean? Has she really been cleared of all suspicion, though? Or is there more about her to uncover? There's definitely more. Wonderful theme. I'm sorry, Your Honor, but this conversation isn't over yet. You could hound me anytime. And I think the Goddess of Justice would agree. So you mean to make her suffer even more than she already has? Unfortunately, her suffering under Mr. Connies, I feel like that's her issue, skill issue. There's nothing to prove her innocence in Knight's murder. She admitted herself that she knew of and even facilitated the so-called fixer's delivery route. But yes, I suppose I am being a lot of the same issues between her and Clavier, where they believe they are honest and in the right, while also constantly causing fucking problems and getting the actual truth, and continuing to cause problems when it becomes very clear something isn't right in the case. I believe she used that same route to move Knight's body. And where's your evidence, Mr. Edgeworth? It's in the fact that the sweet smell on Knight's body is the exact same scent Warden Lagarde uses to signal a delivery. What do you make of that? Like, I get it's a game with a structured narrative and there's not much to be done of it. I feel like Clavier was just unhelpful, not actually in the way. Yeah. Well, that's because I've done it so many times by now that the whole world probably smells of it. I can agree with Mommy, though. Some of it must have just rubbed off on his body. That's a bit convenient. I just liked it better when the guy on the other bench is like actively a lying, cheating piece of shit. That does match the statement that Mr. Carcerado provided. You know what annoys me? The Edgeworth retcon. Being some rival slash anti-hero is like actively at odds when they go, I am so truth-pilled, I am so honest, course case, Maxine. You know, that's kind of how I feel with like Pokemon games. I like it more when the rivals are just assholes. Makes me feel good when I kick their ass. Like, it doesn't make sense in Rise from the Ashes that he never intentionally used forged evidence. Yeah, I don't like that retcon. I would just rather him take responsibility for that and be like, yeah, I was a bit of a dick. I'm going to waste 2 days of the court's time not saying extremely important information. You know, for fun. The smell. Yeah, we smell kind of nice down there. Oh. Nice. Is my mic okay? It cut out for a second. Gee, I don't know. Smelled sort of like dessert, I guess. It's fine? Okay, cool. There's no fucking way he just generally thought this autopsy report needs updating. God. Yeah. His words would seem to suggest that the smell had permeated the well. The whole fact we had his flashback case and turnabout beginnings. Yeah. Ugh. I don't know how many people know about that one, because well, I didn't do the original Phoenix Wright games anyway, so. He was clearly corrupt when up against Mommy. Yeah. You've been rendered speechless, I see. And then I hereby move to adjourn the session to the court. Of the court, blah. No, what did we do, Mr. Edgeworth? You got it. I'm like, you have too many mommies, Twy. You have too many mommies. Mommy 1, Mommy 2, Mommy 3. What can I do? Is this as far as we go? Like, if you want him more likable, make him have character development. Don't make a nonsensical retcon. I agree. I like Edgeworth. I don't like that part about his character. Bold coming from you, Eliolappy. Finally. So we're actually done? Yes, Eustace, it seems we are. No, we ain't. By the power vested in me, this court is adjourned. The fuck you mean? No, we ain't. Who was that? Come on, Judgy. Things were just getting good. Fender. Are you objecting to my adjourning the session? No. Would have shouted objection if I wanted to do that. How do you do, G adjourn? Don't adjourn. Whatever floats your boat. What are you doing, Mr. Fender? Don't worry about what I'm doing. Let's all just take a chill pill, shall we? By which I mean a square of chocolatey goodness, anyone? Are you trying to get yourself charged with contempt of court? No, my bad. I just had a quick request to make is all. Simeon Saint's lawyer, that is. Ah, yes, I had forgotten that you were his real attorney, Mr. Fender. How could you? You're killing me here. Can you blame us? You've been making Mr. Edgeworth do everything this whole time. Right, you are, which is why I figured it's time to put in some work. Work, you say? Somehow, I don't believe you've worked a day in your life. And let's say this is me doing some prep work for the upcoming trial. Mind if I question the witness? No, amusing, but what is there left to ask? I've got a feeling in my funny bone that Phoebes here has something more to tell us about the killer. Do I? Yes, indeed. See, as a major player on Team Simeon, I can spot a sympathizer when I see one. You don't think he did it, do you? So tell us, who did? Come on, spill the beans. We're all ears. Mr. Edgeworth, what's he doing? He's trying to coax Warden Lagarde into giving something away. Ask yourself, why would she go to all the trouble of sending Knight's body on such an odd journey? It's because she wanted to frame Mr. Connie's. Ah, I see. That does make sense. She did? No way. I mean, what are they gonna do with Connie's though? Throw him into jail ×2? He's already in jail ×2. If he was convicted of committing murder here, that could have been grounds for a transfer to another prison. Oh, that's true. I guess that makes sense. Most likely a more secure facility. And where he'd be out of her hair forever, huh? Precisely. She saw her opportunity and seized it.
No. Saint can't not be the killer. That's not fair. I was all ready to prosecute him.
I know, right? Maybe we should find out what she thinks first. We don't want to get the wrong guy, yeah?
Nice! Now Mr. Winter has to go along with it too.
Well, Warden, are you happy to testify further? She's not gonna play with us, is she? She's still gonna say it's Simeon or something.
Of course, how could I refuse this silver-tongued devil?
Edikins, you have such a way with the words. Just doing my job, Beef.
Besides, one can't tell the truth without telling the whole truth, can one? I'm simply dying to tell all verity, darling. Let's say you'll let me.
As you wish. Court is unadjourned.
I can't believe you pulled that off, Mr. Fender.
Me either. Thank you for the timely intervention. Hey, it's the least I can do. Gay's not wrong. I've been leaning on you hard. And besides, the defense never rests, am I right? Simeon's dependent on us. Sadly, I think I just about exhausted my reserves of cool lawyer chat there. We can't foul this one up now. Which means you're up to bat, Miles. Miles McSmiles. Show him that never rest spirit. I shall.
Fabulous, then let's get started.
Uh-oh. My truth.
I really don't think anyone could have done it but that dreadful man Connie's.
Okay, okay, good. That's fine. I can work with this.
There's no telling what went on between him and the victim. Perhaps he simply took a disliking to him. He's certainly the type. But whatever the sordid details, it was him. He stabbed that poor man to death. And then he had his dog dispose of the body. That simply has to be what happened.
Also, remember when you were asking if we were close to the end of the case and I said no? We're still not close to the end of the case.
The victim, Mr. Knight, yes?
You didn't even start interrogating the culprit.
I did him the most terrible disservice.
Yes, you killed him.
Well, hadn't. I suppose you could put it that way. If I weren't such a sorry excuse for a warden, this would never have happened. And that's why I have to clean up this terrible mess. Warden Lagarde, as ever, your honesty is truly to your credit. I am certain Mr. Knight is looking down and weeping tears of gratitude.
You've clearly never met Mr. Knight.
Hold it!
You seem very confident in your assertion. Why is that?
Because all the other children in my little home are absolute sweethearts. They have faith in themselves and in one another. They have faith in the guards and me.
I love how Edgeworth is retorting about Mr. Knight and not the fact he's sure Lagarde is the killer. Yeah! It's like, you don't know him like I do. He like pointed a gun and nearly shot me like 50 times.
And they work hard every day to better themselves. None of them would dare commit murder.
I don't know about that, Lagarde. I mean, they were put in jail for a reason. It's a very touching reason indeed. I don't believe a word of it. Oh, hey, Linux! What up, guys? Nothing much. How about you? You down to play some Skullgirls in a little bit? I don't know if you're at work or what.
But Connie's, oh, he's rotten to the core. He's the only one who would do something like that.
Hold it!
Knight was being kept in a holding cell, and Mr. Connies was in the prison proper. Oh, you're arriving home. Okay, cool. What could possibly have happened between them when they were at opposite ends of the facility? Prisons aren't as big as they seem, you know. All kinds of awful things can happen. But Knight only arrived 2 days before he was murdered. I can't imagine anything significant happening in that short space of time. And you don't know Connie's, my dear. He'll find a way. I'm sure of it. Oops.
Hold it!
How could he take a disliking to somebody all the way over in the holding cells? Oh, I'm just plucking possibilities out of the air, darling. As I said, there's no telling what really went on between them. Actually, I just checked something. Never mind. No schoolgirls. You're so awfully serious, aren't you? Not that I mind, of course. What is this? I'm sure Mr. Knight is looking down and smiling. The guard killed him, so he would not. Clearly you haven't met Mr. Knight. Why is she looking at me like that? So noble, so dashing in that marvelous suit. So clever. I can feel myself becoming your biggest fan, darling. I really can. Stay with me, Mr. Edgeworth. Wasn't prepared for that mental onslaught. But whatever. Yeah.
Hold it!
What more can you tell us about those sordid details? Well, we all know what Connies once did for a living. I doubt the killing part gave him much trouble. Especially as the victim was already injured. His neck, I think.
Edgeworth is so straight. Yeah, so am I.
Couldn't turn his head to the right, poor dear. That's what they told me when they brought him in, anyway.
Calling a woman flirting with him mental onslaught. God. Listen, he's dealt with too many women flirting with him that he does not reciprocate. It's always the old ladies, too.
I must make some sort of report from the warden when new prisoners are admitted.
You seem keen for us to think you didn't know much about Knight.
That's because I didn't, sweetie. And the victim was simply a fun target to that monster, nothing more. I expect Connies here's the chisel that was hidden in that chest seat, don't you? Chest set, don't you? Awful grisly business. Just imagine, the man probably didn't even have time to cry out.
I see. Thank you for your thoughts. They're very helpful. Actually, I'd like to hear about them in a little more detail if you don't mind.
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, you're making me blush. I could chat with you all day. Oh, don't look so nervous, darling. I'm only teasing. Of course we can talk about them some more.
Guard isn't that old, 37? Okay, true. That's not that old.
I expect you.
Hold it!
And which chess set would that be, precisely?
Why, the one the victim brought in, sweetie. You try to keep up. The victim was a certified chess fanatic, or so I'm led to believe. But the naughty boy snuck a chisel inside it. Can you imagine?
How does she know about the chisel in the chess set? Only a few people were supposed to know about that. After all, we only learned about it thanks to certain deductions we made. Okay, I just saw something that is so rude. What is this? This is your family tree. Straighter than Edgeworth. Damn. So, how did she find out?
Of course, in the hands of a killer like Connie's, even a chisel could serve as a deadly weapon.
Hold it!
You seem to have very strong feelings about Mr. Connie's.
Oh, well, of course I do. I told you what he said to me. What an absolute menace he was to interrogate. He could slither out of anything, the snake.
He sounds as tough as a rock.
And that infuriating, self-satisfied look on his face when they took him back to his cell. Ugh, my blood boils just thinking about it.
I certainly don't blame her on that count.
Hold it!
Surely you're not suggesting that the dog threw the body down the well? You seem to have strong feelings about Mr. Connie's. Yes, Edgeworth, most people have strong thoughts about serial killers. Yeah, I also have strong feelings for a serial killer.
I told you already, darling. Connie's has more dogs than that beastly creature. Remember, he has pets on the outside, too.
You mean he brought someone in from outside the prison to help him commit the crime?
Of course not, silly. How would they have made it through security? But he's the so-called fixer now. Exercise that fabulous brain of yours a little. How hard would it be for him to recruit a dog on the inside, or even plant one?
Interesting. And does this dog have a name?
Well, if I knew, my life would be so much easier now, wouldn't it? What are you thinking, Twy?
I'm just thinking how it's terrible for serial killers to commit murder.
Anyway, it was just a little thought. You can ponder it in your own sweet time, darling.
She's a slippery one. I'm not gonna be able to catch her with this line of questioning, it seems. What in the guard's testimony is little more than a house of cards. I just need to push her on the right statement to bring it all tumbling down. Okay, let's see. He stabbed the poor man to death. Let me see.
Oh, that's true.
So I can't really disprove that. That might be it. Dog disposed of the body. I think it might be this.
Hold
No,
it!
no, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. No, go back. Go back.
Objection!
Warden the guard, you strike me as being more careful than the image you project suggests.
Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, please, call me Fifi.
Or Sweetie Pie if you prefer. Oh, she's down bad. However, I think you may have been a little less careful than you realize in this instance. Poor Edgeworth. He's the living, embodiment of that one manga that was like, I'm in a harem anime, but I'm gay.
Aren't you just the adorable little creature? Don't be embarrassed. We're all family here.
I'm sure you want him to be family. She's down bad. Pot. kettle black. I mean, she's got good taste. I'll say that much.
Come on, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't let her get inside your head.
You said earlier that you didn't know much about night. In which case, I find it rather strange that you know about the chisel.
Oh, well, of course I do, darling. Do you think we don't check prisoners when they come in?
Objection!
You're not talking your way out of this, Warden. This is entirely irrelevant, and you know it. Knight didn't bring the chess set into the prison himself. It was brought by Mr. Saint when he came to visit. Knight wouldn't have had it with him when he arrived.
What? I mean, of course, that Mr. Saint came in.
Objection!
You checked him. I find that hard to believe, because if you did, that makes your story all the stranger. If you found the chisel, why did you not confiscate it there and then? Judge Cabell, did you tell anyone about the hidden compartment in the chess set?
I did not.
Oh-ho! If no one leaked our findings, then how exactly did you learn about the chisel, Warden Lagarde? Because it certainly couldn't have been when you checked Knight or Mr. Saint on their arrival.
Indeed, such a thing would imply an intentional oversight if it had been found, yet let through.
Precisely. So, Warden Lagarde, and answer truthfully this time. Where and when did you learn about the chess set? If you won't answer, then allow me. I submit that you...
Alright, darling. There's no need to rub it in. You got me, alright?
I question that. That was when I learned about the chess set.
But please, you have to believe me. I did not kill him.
I hope Eustace just goes, oh, that was a secret? That would have been funny.
One moment, Warden. This is a significant development. The court requests that you make a detailed statement on the record. Any objections, Mr. Edgeworth?
None, Your Honor. I know I've lied 4 times now in this cross-examinations, but please, please believe me.
Thank you. Thank you, darlings. I'll clear up this awful misunderstanding, I promise. Very well, go ahead, Warden Lagarde. And please, tell the truth this time.
Dwarf, he'd basically say, wait, the chisel is not part of a normal chess set? Her lies are starting to wear thin. This is my chance to expose her. Same judge has threatened to take your badge. By the way, did you order the thing? I did. It should be in tomorrow, maybe.
I said I questioned that, but it wasn't anything serious, you understand. I make a point of talking to every newcomer to our little home. That was no different. We just had a little chat, you might call it.
For the most minor infractions imaginable. Same judge has threatened to take your badge for the most minor infractions imaginable multiple times. Yeah, corrupt judge.
And after we talked, I had him taken back to his cell straight away.
The more she lies, the more thoroughly she seals her fate. I'd let her take my badge away.
So it was simply a conversation with a new detainee. That seems entirely above board. Exactly, Verity, darling. I knew you'd understand.
Objection!
Well, I don't. What proof do you have to back up your statement?
I suppose we shall see, won't we? Mr. Edgeworth, you may begin your cross-examination.
Corrupt prison warden, I will give you one more chance. Verity just has beef with this specific twink in particular, I guess. I want this twink obliterated!
Hold it!
So, am I right in assuming that you talked tonight, the night you talked tonight, the night before the show? Obliterated.
Exactly, darling. It would have been around 3 a.m. on the 27th.
Started a trend of prosecutors updating autopsy reports, I bet. Yeah, I can see her being pissed off about Edgeworth because of his past. And then he chooses death. 3 a.m. It falls squarely within the window of time laid out in the autopsy report. It seems rather late for a friendly chat. Many have been asleep. I'm going to kill you myself, Gavel, probably.
Normally, yes, but if you remember, a guard was attacked in his cell. We had to examine the scene of the crime and gather information. These things take time, sweetie. I assure you, he was wide awake. We all were.
Regardless, I find it somewhat odd that you would choose to question him at such a late hour.
Oh, you're such a tease, aren't you? Anyway, no matter how odd you think it is, I had him brought to me, and that's what happened. Unless you really insist on questioning every last thing I say.
Sorry, Thieves. He's like a dog with a bone sometimes. I'll be sure to scold him once we're done. Though, would you mind giving us a little more info? Like, what you had him brought to?
My office, of course. Where else?
Her office, which is where we believe the body was moved from. Would you mind appending what you just said to your testimony?
Anything for you, darling.
It was around 3 a.m. the night before the show. I had them bring him to my office.
Hold it!
Remind me where your office is?
You've seen the sign of the detention center corridor, I imagine. The one that says no entry? Oh, that's it, sweetie. My office is just up in there.
A short walk from the holding cells. I understand that you also have access to the yard.
Why, of course. That's where my gorgeous little garden is. Oh, I see where you're going with this. You're saying that's how I move the body.
You had the means and the opportunity. It's hardly impossible.
Overruled!
Hardly impossible proves nothing. You have no evidence for this assertion. I do, I think.
Objection!
There's no other way that the body could have been moved.
Overruled!
Surely you haven't forgotten that it was Mr. Saint who dropped Mr. Knight's body down the well?
Yeah, what you said. You're miles off, Edgeworth.
Probably shouldn't have pushed any further for now.
Hold it!
But that is something I definitely need to present for. What did you and Knight speak about?
Oh, nothing much. Just some small talk, mostly. I asked him what animals he liked, what his hobbies were.
His hobbies. I imagine you talked about chess.
Oh, yes. I couldn't stop him talking about it, in fact. He even had a piece of paper covered with little notes about it in his cell. At least, I think that's what they were about.
So, she's seen Knight's correspondence chess diagram.
Hold it!
Yeah, you had a chat with a knife. How was he when you spoke with him?
Oh, he was so open and honest, darling. What?
That guy? Honest?
Oh, no. He was talking about one croissant and promoting a prawn. I suppose he must have been hungry. And croissant and promoting a pawn. It seems he spared no one from his obsession with chess.
I was wondering what that was. I don't know.
Hold it!
If he really had gone back to his cell, he would still be alive today. You really think I murdered the poor man right there in my office, don't you? Well, what would my motive have been, darling? I told you, I barely knew him. I'm no angel. I have my grudges against Connie's. And I had nothing to do with that animal.
She really does hate Connie's. Warden the guard, I must insist that you append that statement to your testimony. Okay, so this is important. I'm no angel. I have my grudges against Connie's, but Knight had nothing to do with that animal. Wrong. He played chess with him.
Objection!
Judge Gavelle, I'd like you to take a look at this. Notes about a game of chess. What is the significance of this, Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, whoa. Is my stream okay? Okay, it looks like it's still okay. Okay, good. It was found in Knight's cell. Which is exactly what you said you saw it too, Warden the guard. Did something crash? Yeah. Yeah, it did. That was something else. It was GIMP. I thought for a second it was OBS. Because I forgot I had GIMP open. But you didn't just see this game in Knight's cell, did you? You've seen it in Mr. Connie's cell, too. What do you mean?
Objection!
Oh, come now. Don't tell me I haven't taken a look at the chessboard in maximum security. Oh, did you save what you were doing on GIMP? Yeah, I did. It was for the image that I posted on the Discord. I forgot to close out of it after I did that. I imagine he watches every move like a hawk. Or rather, I imagine you feel that doing so is your only option. Yeah.
She wants to find out who his cronies are, right?
Fiercely interrogating young prisoners is highly irregular, to say the least. But as you said, Mr. Connie's had threatened you. He put your precious home at risk. That's why you took it upon yourself to question him. You wanted to find out who his dogs were.
And so what if I did?
He also told us you would read his letters, which means you must have known about one key fact. That sax is going crazy. Yeah, this game's got some really good music, as always. You knew he was playing correspondence chess. And then who should appear but Knight, carrying with him a diagram of a very particular game. We ourselves use that diagram to infer a connection between the two men. And it seems you came to the same conclusion. But in your fear, you took your reasoning one step further. You surmised that Knight was Mr. Connie's henchman sent to kill you. Which is the real reason she had that chat with the Bronxster. If the boss wouldn't crack, maybe he would. And when you questioned Knight, you made another discovery. For there inside his chess set, you found a hidden chisel. The murder weapon itself! As far as you were concerned, that chisel meant one thing: Connie's. Thus, you convinced yourself that Knight was working for Connie's. That is why you killed him. I see you have no more excuses. Judge Gavelle, your verdict, please. I don't know. I feel like we still have a bit to go.
Much as it grieves me, there would appear to be little room for doubt. I hereby give my verdict. Mako Knight was murdered.
Oh,
In the name of the goddess of justice.
who is it this time?
A warden.
It's a joke. It's all a big stupid joke. You people just don't get it, do you? I think we've proven that it's you who didn't understand things correctly. Me? Please, darling. I understand it all perfectly well, thank you very much. I understand that there's a glaring contradiction in your theory, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, I love the little fox running around her neck. That's so cute. Drops a little frames when it's running around her neck, though. You're just grasping at straws now. I have no time for this, Your Honor. The verdict?
Overruled.
I'm curious to hear what the warden has to say.
What?
You're a doll, Verity. I just have one last thing to say. Then Mr. Edgeworth can declare himself the winner.
You ranked? I knew he was gonna say something.
Does anybody remember a certain autopsy report? Of course. We received the finalized version only this morning. That's right. And I was listening to what you told us about it, Verity, even if nobody else was. You said the wound was 4 inches deep. 4 inches?
Wait.
Riddle me this, Mr. Edgeworth. How does a tiny chisel make a 4-inch wound?
That is a very good question.
Forgive me, oh goddess. I came perilously close to making a terrible mistake.
6 inches deep? It's been a while since we brought that one up.
Looks like your theory is the one that doesn't hold water, Edgeworth.
What now,
What do we do?
It'll be fine. Mr. Edgeworth always comes through. Right, sir? Looks to me like the Milestron's out of commission. Oh there, 2 inches can go very deep. Wait. You're an attorney too, aren't you? Why don't you do something? Turn things on their head with a desperate bluff. Blurt out the first mind-blowing thing that comes to you. Look, detective, I'm as much of a man of action as the next guy. But without evidence, we're up a creek without a paddle here. This might be the end of the road.
We can't give up now. We have to do something.
It's not the size of the chisel, it's how you use it. True.
I'm certain that Warden Lagarde is the killer. It's the only explanation that fits the facts of the case. But if the chisel wasn't the murder weapon, what other bladed weapon is there here in this facility?
Well, let's take a look. Let's take a look. I don't fucking know.
It seems we still do not have all the answers, nor the evidence to provide those answers. Alas, we must wait until the trial to see this matter resolved, I'm afraid.
Objection!
Come on, G. You're just giving the killer a chance to destroy the evidence.
Overruled.
Are you calling the judicial process into question, Mr. Fender?
Yes. Nope, not me. Nuh-uh. I tried, Miles. Any bright ideas?
What is the real murder weapon, since it's clearly not the chisel?
Yes. Yes, we are calling it into question. Considering you gave her the pass constantly and threatened to take away my prosecutor's badge at the tiniest infraction. It sucks.
Confound it. This question throws everything we've deduced out the window. Nothing to add, Mr. Edgeworth? Allow me to remind you.
90% conviction rate. Yeah.
That claims not supported by sufficient evidence are subject to the harshest penalties.
Oh god. Uh-oh. Let me save. I think this is a save. It's hopeless. I can't think of anything. I need more time. And though as I am to admit it, once again, justice for right. It's about time prosecutors, or well, Edgeworth suffers. To be fair, defense attorneys have been attacked for no reason. That is true.
You can't give up now. Remember what Mr. Fender said. Simeon's counting on us. Without us, he's...
You will be immediately killed if you make a wrong statement. The justice system is pure, and all people affiliated with it must be held to the highest standard.
Remember how upset he was? He was devastated.
Prison warden, also a member of the justice system? You may lie in front of my face 800 times. But the moment I make a mistake, it's off with my head.
Nobody is in more pain than him over Mr. Knight's death. There's no way he did it. But if we can't save him, who will? And what's more, he believes in us. He's sitting in that cell waiting for us to bring him some good news.
Prison warden, also a member of the justice system? Oh, I already read that.
And I, for one, won't walk away until we have some.
I do not like Simeon. Why? What did he do? Okay. Gee, Miles. Oh, buddy, there's quite the motivational speaker. And she's right, too. You find yourself on the ropes, think of your client. Picture them pleading with you to help them. Doesn't that make you want to fight back as hard as you can until the very end? Think of your old man, good old Gregory. I love how we need all the evidence of the universe, but they were gonna kill Monkey Man with 20 holes in their story. Yeah! No proof, dead! No matter how bad things looked, he'd always find a way to turn it around and save his client. He's just the kind of guy I look at and go, I do not like you. There's nothing else to it. Goofy hair. You just like him, right? He just got like Misa Amane. Hair. If there's any way to force a turnabout here. You're the one who will find it. Simeon's counting on you. He made his hair. Is that supposed to be a positive? He formed his hair that way so that would be easier for him to get Ratatouille. Judge Gavel.
You seem to have recovered your composure, Mr. Edgeworth.
But if you mean to attempt a defense, I would advise you to consider the ramifications. Grok hair? I hate him too now. No! Misa Amane is not Grok! You've repeatedly proposed misguided theories and have made numerous false accusations.
If you do so again, I will have no choice but to judge you unfit to serve as prosecutor.
And relieve you of your badge for good. She's right. I've put forward a number of theories that prove to be flawed in one way or another. We made some sort of fundamental oversight. Wait, she said my theories were misguided.
Nothing to say. Then the court will tolerate no more of your time wasting.
I hereby... Sir!
Mr. Edgeworth!
Give my verdict. That's it. A I've been thinking about it the wrong way all this time. My theories were misguided. I was being misled. Defendant, Simeon's... I think it's a little soon for that, Your Honor.
I'd say it's well past due, darling. Wouldn't you agree, Verity? Mr. Edgeworth, you may proceed.
What?
I'd like to remind you of a few things. The sighting of his dog, Helmut, the fact that he wasn't at the show, these and other factors made Mr. Connie's the obvious suspect at first.
Overruled.
This again, Mr. Edgeworth? You seem almost proud of your blunder.
Hold it!
But what if the real killer wanted us to suspect Mr. Connie's? What if it was all carefully arranged? And what if the same was true of the chisel, our purported murder weapon? Knight had been stabbed multiple times in the same place with a bladed instrument. What if he was stabbed with the chisel after the real murder weapon had been removed? Just to leave traces of blood on it for us to find. That was how the killer misled us into thinking the chisel is the murder weapon. That makes sense. But why mislead us in this way? Why indeed? Because she hates his ass. Why make us think the chisel is the murder weapon, rather than whatever was really used, in order to get Connie's transferred? Warden, you took advantage of what the chisel seemed to suggest.
What it suggested? What are you talking about, dear?
Oh, thank you for the hydrate.
Hold it!
Mr. Winner. If I were to tell you the murder weapon was a chisel, what would you think? Why do we have to murder someone to get this guy transferred to another prison? You can just do that. Yeah, just put in a request. Oh, thank you for taking one. Like, why did they put him in like one of the lower security prisons anyway? If he's such like a serial killer, she could just be like, yeah, this guy's a bit too big for us. Can you please transfer him? Mr. Connie's is the killer? Honestly, I really wonder how much he'd be ranting if he was doing bridge on stream. And there you have it. That was the trap the warden set for us.
Oh, Mr. Connie's has a bunch of chisels. So he wanted us to think it was one of his, right?
Indeed. That was her plan right from the start. The frame bodied Karma, Connie's.
Oh, hey, my thunder dude! Morning, thunder! Hope you're doing good. Your reasoning would appear to be sound. Warden Lagarde certainly seems to harbor a deep and abiding hatred for Mr. Connie's.
I love Bridge, but the true culprit's plan was fucking stupid. However, I think you know what I'm going to say next. I mean, we really cannot possibly go lower than Interpol agent fundamentally misunderstands how international law works.
That alone is not sufficient proof that Warden Lagarde is the killer.
I knew that wouldn't be enough. Question, can I rant about Bridge here or not? Yeah, sure, go right ahead. There's one thing that will prove it. The real murder weapon that we now must know... Wait, what? That we now know must exist. If you cannot prove your theory, then this conversation ends here.
Objection!
If we could just find the real murder weapon. It's a previous game, but it's still a pretty big case, so I don't know if you want to count it as a spoiler. I'd count it more as like filling people in on possibly what they might have missed, really.
Objection!
How many times do we have to go over this?
We searched the prison from top to bottom.
I've been thinking, why giants in fiction are always portrayed as extremely stupid, but in reality they would be smarter since they have a literal big brain. That's true. You know, I never thought of it that way. Does it make it because they're bigger, it's actually smaller in comparison? I don't know. Your brain does not necessarily scale 1:1 to your size.
Eustace is quite correct.
Look at the shark, or Elio. Oi! So you're telling me you have a prosecutor, a master spirit channeler, and another person going up against a dead woman, a woman in jail, and a child. If we are going that real, wouldn't they choke and die? Somehow it ends with the prosecutor getting arrested, the channeler getting killed, and the other person getting arrested. Elio, you do realize that's a compliment. I thought he was saying that I'm dumb. That I have a big brain, but I'm dumb.
Objection!
I can prove my case yet, Your Honor. Because it's still here inside this prison. You're not big. I guess it is a compliment then. Yeah. Wait, no! I'm not small! I'm not small! I mean, I am small, but I'm not! Your brain is efficient. This would have made sure of that. The security gate. I'm glad you at least remember what it is. And do you remember what it does? Oh, so you're stupid. Got it? I can't win either way. I can go, I'm big, but I'm dumb, or I'm small and I'm smart. This ain't fair. Of course I do. I'm not an idiot. The security gate detects metal. Also, back to bridge. Which means you can't bring anything metal into the prison or take it out. Oh. When Dahlia replaced Iris, why the hell did Godot not realize? Yeah! You know, I never thought of it like that. But yeah, you're right. Out of nowhere, Iris started saying Maya is the killer. Godot knows that's a lie. Yeah, that was weird. Why did he just think, oh cool, nice testimony, Iris? Precisely. If there's another murder weapon, it cannot have been taken off the premises. But nor can it have been brought into the prison in the first place. And so we find ourselves right back where we began. Judge Gabelle. What I am trying to tell you, Mr. Edgeworth, is that if you wish me to believe that there is another murder weapon here in the prison, you will also have to explain to me how it got here. Alright, I know that the chisel was smuggled into the prison inside a pocket chest set. But our contention is that the chisel is not the real murder weapon. If the weapon came from outside the facility, then there must have been a way to bring it in. Yes, the question of the hour is this. Can you show me this alternative route? How did the weapon Warden Lagarde used get into the prison? I love the case, but damn, the more I think about it, the worse my impression of Godot is. He really let his pride kill his ally, or possibly Pearl, when there was a very simple solution of, like, not letting her get the ladder. Well, let's peep the map. Yeah, let's take a look. Prospect, there it is. Oh, whoops. Letter, not ladder. Yeah, letter. Don't know why I said ladder. We have a connecting corridor. I believe these... Do these signify that they have metal detectors? I'm not sure. It's entirely possible we might have a better way to check this if we continue now I think about it. Oh, okay.
You borrowed evidence from the police to help with your investigation, is that correct? Why, yes, sweetie. Everything related to the Connies is with me now. Heaven knows how many times I've hauled the secretive scoundrel into my office to talk to me.
Of course, that's how. The fact that this is here with us shows how a belated object could have been brought into the facility as well. Wait. Deployed at the entrances to both the detention center and the prison proper. But like, where exactly? Wait! One is attached to Helmet the dog, the other to Connie's knife, which was seized by the police during his arrest. Is it that? I read something as you went through that, but I don't think it's important yet. Or wait. It might be the knife, right? Because the police seized it. So she would have it, access to it.
Take that!
Allow me to remind you of our conversation with Mr. Connies yesterday. Yes, it was but one of my bells. One of only two in existence. Just two? Two and only two. One for my knife and one for my beloved helmet. Exquisitely crafted, utterly unique. My ears are my guide, after all. And I must be able to use my tools precisely. Of course, as you said, the knife has long since been taken from me. So you see, there is a way for objects to be brought into the prison unscrutinized. As part of the evidence Warden Lagarde borrowed from the police.
What?
Mr. Connies' knife was part of the evidence in the case against him, and that evidence was here in the prison. Not only that, but the knife had a certain bell attached to it. The bell that was attached to the chisel! Correct. The killer took the bell from the knife and attached it to the chisel.
That can't be right. Chisel only had Mr. Knight's fingerprints on it.
Easy enough to explain if the killer wore gloves. She made it look as if the chisel was the murder weapon, and then attached the bell to it. In so doing, she made sure that all the evidence pointed to Mr. Connies. And who had access to the evidence from which the bell was taken? Why, only the person to whom it had been entrusted. Who was it, sir? Who's been messing with the evidence?
I believe that would be you. Isn't that correct, Warden Lagarde?
But bells aren't exactly rare, you know? Anybody could have set up that specific bell, please.
Objection!
Unluckily for you, that isn't quite true. These particular bells are unique, because there are only two of them in existence.
What?
What? By attaching that bell to the chisel, you as good as declared yourself the killer. But you don't have any proof that the knife was ever even here to begin with. It was seized by the police, Flurley.
Hold it!
I don't. Not yet, anyway. Mr. Winner, I'd like you to order another search of the prison right away.
Huh? If you do find something, that's gonna make things awkward for me.
This isn't about what's convenient for you. We have to find the truth. You're a prosecutor, aren't you? Well, yeah, but, you know. It's a worthless excuse for a prosecutor. If I had investigative authority, I wouldn't be sitting on it.
Anyhow, it's not my decision to make. The warden would have to authorize it.
You know full well that she will do no such thing. You have the power to insist on a search. Use it.
Sorry, darling, but not without that evidence.
The goddess of justice cannot bestow her blessings on those who lack the proof to support their blood. What the fuck? Our work here is done. The rest of this matter will have to be settled in the courtroom. No! No! No. We give Lagarde the opportunity. She'll destroy whatever evidence is left. I have to object. I have to stop them. But what do I say? I don't have anything concrete to offer. God, Twy, you have fucking horrendous taste. What am I thinking? I'm never this restless. No, I can't back down now. Got to put everything on the line. Okay, I know we're at a very tense moment right now, but I want to watch Panoots. I want to watch the Panoots stream. I'm sorry. I'm sure you guys can relate to wanting to set aside things that you're doing to watch someone else's stream, right? I want to watch Panoots stream. But yeah, I am gonna end here for today because I want to watch Panoots' stream. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, I'll see you guys later. Have a good night, everyone. Bye-bye.